Let me know if you can hear me. I got the AC down. The weather's not that good. The signal's not that good. I'm gonna start driving here shortly. Figured I guess kill some time, if you will. But I've been meaning to talk about this um, yesterday. Well, actually, the past few days, but definitely since something occurred yesterday. And I know I don't usually go live around this time, so this may be like something rare or random, but figured I'd go ahead and share it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Go ahead and let me know who's all up in here, man. Age, sex, location, all those great things. Like to hear from you guys. Hit that like button. But definitely wanted to talk about this, man. In light of recent events and signs, and not the typical content I usually do. That I used to do it way back when. But I want to share it for those of you who may be experiencing similar things, or you may be in a funk, or you're wondering why things aren't happening, or you want to give up on something, or you like, man, I'm putting in all this work and this I'm not it's not happening the way I want it to happen, and you just thinking like, man, I just want to quit. You know what I'm saying? Screw this. You know what I'm saying? And that's I've been kind of feeling in reference to this channel, especially since I got, for those of you who don't know, I had lost my channel for like a week, and then when I got it back, it seems I wasn't seeing the views that I felt like I was getting, and I'll just leave it at that without going into too much detail. And I'm just like, comparing really comparing my content and what I'm doing to other people, and I'm not seeing anything from it, but I'm seeing other channels get views and things like that, and I'm just like, well, what's going on here? Why is, as soon as I'm starting to see, a little bit of traffic and me getting more views on my channel gets taken away, then I get it back, and it's just like everything is almost like starting from scratch, So, and I know it may seem like I'm long stroking y'all right now, but I'm going to get to the point here, because I know everybody doesn't have all morning. But appreciate those who are rocking with me, and those who are silently watching and not saying anything. Shout out to those who are commenting as well. But yeah, that's how I was feeling, and I'm just like, man, you try not to check views and things like that. And it goes for any content creator, unless you just got that lightning in the bottle where everything is just like boom. I already know no matter what video I put up, I know I'm gonna do a certain amount of views or a certain amount of people. So I'm looking at it like, bro, you got 105,000 and it's like nobody's watching this content, right? So I'm like, what's going on here? Let me see here. I'm like, what's going on here? Yeah. I'm like, what's going on here? Because it makes you wonder. I'm like, how do I have all these people, all these subscribers? And let's not even talk about subscribers. Let's just talk about viewers. Because for most people on YouTube, the majority of people who watch and I think this is for most people on YouTube. I'm not just making this up. The majority of people who watch your videos are not subscribed to your channel. I think it's not even most people. I think it's like 40-50%. You know what I mean? Like 30, like in my case, 30% of my viewership are subscribed. 70% isn't. And I just found out recently, I think I'm at like 30% women. You know what I'm saying? 30% women, which I was shocked to see that. A lot of women watching my content. But Yeah, the patience is a virtue, things like that. I noticed someone said that just now, and that's cool. But when you work at something for a certain amount of time, you're looking for consistency, and with that consistency, and then things drop. I'm like, man, I'm not even getting 1% of the subscribers, so to speak. Let's not even talk about the viewers, because your unique viewers, and I'm just giving you guys a little class. You have subscribers, then you have your unique viewers, who are people that watch you within a certain time period. And what I was told is your unique viewers is really your subscribers, for lack of a better term. So yeah, I'm just thinking I was just like looking at my stuff, and I'm just like, man, I'm putting out all this content, right? I'm putting out all this content, and nobody's well, not nobody. People aren't getting notifications. Let's start that for one. Maybe it's time to change your content. Yeah, maybe it is. But I put out a poll. I'm asking, are people getting notifications? And there was like 40% people who responded on the poll say they weren't getting notified and they weren't seeing my content in their feed. I think, no, the question was, are you seeing my content in your feed? 40% of the people said no. So I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking, so I went to the beach. When did I go to the beach? Sunday? I think I went to the beach Saturday or Sunday. And I've seen people, and people may have seen me out and about and never say anything, right? Especially where I live at, where I'm located at. People are shocked to see that I live where I live at, or that I'm here, or either they think I'm here on vacation, where I live at. And for those of you know, I've always said I'm not hidden where I live at. I live in the Charleston area in South Carolina, which, I guess some people are like, I can't believe you live there. But yeah, that's where I live at, right? So, I was at the beach, and that was on my mind. It was nighttime. I got to the beach at sunset, right? And like I said, I've seen people out and about, and they do say, like, people now and then will be like, they don't know my name, but they'll be like, are you from YouTube? And I'm like, yeah, I'm from YouTube. I'm like, what's my name? And they'll be like, oh, I don't know your name. I don't know your name, but I know you from YouTube, which is always funny. Some people know my name, but when they see me out and about, they be like, man, I like your videos, whatever. Cool. I appreciate everybody who like the videos. Shout out to everybody. So I'm at the beach, and, I'm thinking about this, and I wouldn't say meditation, but I'm in prayer while I'm on the beach. And, I'm saying to myself, like, yo, if I'm not supposed to do this, if I'm not supposed to be doing this, show me what I'm supposed to be doing. Tell me what it is I'm supposed to be doing. What am I supposed to be doing? If this is a sign of, people aren't watching, then maybe I should be doing something else. Or people that I feel like should be. The viewership is not where I feel like it should be at. Give me something. That's what I was saying. I was like, yo, give me something. Tell me something. Whether that's a supplication or whatever. Tell me something. Show me something. And I was saying this on the, in the water. I was like right at the water as the waves were crashing, if you will, the little waves or whatever. And, like when you leave the beach, when you're leaving the sand, and you usually have showers, and you can, wash the sand off you and things like that. So, I'm going to walk in there, and my kids are with me, and it's already dark at this point, but there's lights obviously where you're rinsing off with the showers or whatever. So as I'm walking, I see this guy, he's looking at me or whatever, and I'm just like, whatever. So I'm walking into the shower part, and it's unisex. It's not like male or female separated. So I get out of my peripheral, I feel like this guy is staring at me, and he just walks in there. He's not doing anything. He's not rinsing off. I don't know if he's waiting for someone. or whatever. So I'm just like, I look at him and then I go back to doing my, rinsing my feet off, talking to my kids or whatever. And he goes, JR Wisdom? He goes, JR Wisdom? I'm like, I look at him and I'm like, and I just start smiling. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, oh man. And, he holds his hand out, big fan of your content. I watch your channel. I watch your videos all the time. Or whatever, blah, 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 right? And I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, I appreciate it, and we're just having small talk or whatever. He was like, are you here on vacation? Or, I said, no, man, I live out here. And he's like, oh, okay, he's like, man, I appreciate your, I appreciate you, appreciate your content, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. Too often for me, but when it does happen, I do appreciate it. And some of you, that's not a sign, so that's just one thing that happened on a Sunday. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't really think anything of it in terms of it being a sign. It was just like somebody recognized me and said that, right? So I go to pick my son up. I've never disclosed this, but my son, I have a 20-year-old, and he had a procedure done because he's had, and I'll use it at that, like that. I'll use that term. He's had Hodgkin's lymphoma. He's had cancer for over a year now, and it went into remission and it came back. And then we had a procedure done for him where he was in the hospital for like almost a month. So when I went to pick him up from the hospital yesterday, I order a sandwich from this place. And while I'm waiting for him he's coming outside with his stuff because he was finally being released. I'm waiting outside the hospital. I pick him up and I ride over to the restaurant to pick the sandwich up. And as I'm pulling up to the restaurant, I see the parking lot's kind of packed or whatever, and then I see two guys walk in, whatever have you. It's already waiting. The order's already waiting. So I go inside, and there's two guys at the counter, I guess, looking at the menu, waiting to place their order. My order's already ready because I already ordered it online. So I stand behind them and I see they're still, about to order. So I look at the young lady behind the counter and then I wave and I point at the order in the back. I said, that's my order. And she's like, what's your name? I told her my name. And they both turn around and look back at me, and I look at them, and then I walk around to the side so she can hand it over to me. Right? And they're just staring at me. Like, they're just staring. I can feel them staring at me. And I'm waiting to pick up my order, and I'm just like, just thinking to myself, why are you staring at me? Anyway. And he goes, one of the guys say, excuse me, are you on, he's like, are you on YouTube? And like everybody in the restaurant kind of freezes, right? Are you on YouTube or whatever? And then I just start smiling and I go, yeah. He said, I watch your videos all the time. I just watch your videos or whatever like that, right? And I was like, cool. I said, yeah. I said, what's my name though? You know what I'm saying? What's my name? I've been in DR. I've been in Atlanta. I've been in other places. People will say it, and I always say, what's my name though? And they'll be like, I don't know your name. Some people, sometimes they'll be like, what's your name or whatever. They'll be like, they'll tell me, they'll say JR Wisdom, whatever. But I was like, what's my name? He's like, man, I don't know. I can't think right now, man. I don't know your name or whatever like that. And I'm just like, it's cool, man. I always ask people that, and they never know my name or whatever. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I like your content or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, I was like, yo, I said, I said, I'm going live or whatever. I think I said this before or after. But I had to use the restroom anyway. So I pick up my order and I go in the restroom. when I'm in the restroom, there's this song playing, you know, in the restroom on the speakers, and the song says something along the lines of the hook or whatever the hook of the song. I don't know if it was a country song or what. It's a song you hear in a bar, I guess. And the hook goes something along the lines of something. Y'all probably know this song. I don't know. It goes, and I love you, baby, and I love you, baby, and I love you, baby, but you still don't know my name, but you still don't know my name, like that, right? And I'm just thinking, I'm like, am I hearing this? Because I just said that to them, right? And I'm like, you know, I finished doing my business in the bathroom or whatever, and I said, let me stick around for the hook to come back, right? I said, so to make sure I'm not hearing things. So the song plays. I mean, it comes to the point of the hook again or whatever, and it says it again. You still don't know my name, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, wow. So when I walk out, and you know, I see that they're being seated or whatever. When I go to walk out, I go to say something, but then the guy turns around and he comes up to me and he's like, you know, do you got a second or whatever? I was like, what's up? And he's like, you know, I got a question to ask or something like that. And he's like, you know, I have some suggestions for topics you could do. I was like, okay, no problem. I mean, you can, you know, I'm on social media, you can reach out to me or whatever. And he's like, he don't have social media. So I was just like, just go on one of my videos and just comment on any video and I'll read it, whatever it is that you're trying to, you know, do or whatever. And he was like, okay, cool. But I guess some people are shocked because they don't expect to see you, or they just think that you wouldn't be friendly or whatever. Especially if you watch somebody on YouTube or television and you see them in real life, it's you know, and it happens at the most random time. But for that happening, those back to back, and that's never happened to me. It may seem minor to you or whatever, but for it to happen that way for two people, like within a day of each other, to, you know, say that, and for me to think in my mind, I'm not being seen, right? And you can say, well, how vain is that to be seen? I'm a content creator. You want to be seen. Of course you want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get your message out. That's how you get your content out. That's how you get discovered. That's how you get paid. You want to be seen. So I want my videos to be seen. I want my videos to be promoted. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be pushed, right? So I think that me looking at that was a way of me saying, you know, the Almighty, the universe, whatever you call it, of confirmation of you are being seen. And this is no sermon or lecture or nothing like that, but me just sitting back after I got back in my vehicle and I was riding home with my son. It was just a way of me interpreting it as you are being seen. So the feelings that you may have, or you're asking for confirmation for if you should continue doing this content. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because it is for people, or for me, I mean, because you take it seriously. If you take it seriously, and you pay attention, because you have to pay attention to analytics. You have to pay attention to what works, what doesn't work, viewership, things like that. It's very important, you know. But you don't want to, in terms of manifestation or anything else in life, you don't want to pay too much attention. You want to approach it. And these are things that I talk about that I often, I'll be the first to tell you, sometimes I don't practice what I preach, and you get into these situations where you're paying too much attention to it, and that's what you're going to get. If you're focused on numbers, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get numbers, but it may not be the numbers you want. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. So um for me, the past month has been rough, in terms of this, the channel losing it, putting out content, um, being consistent, and feeling like the compensation that I would like to see, I'm not necessarily getting it. And because here's the thing, right? So you're told as a content creator, because you look at what works, right? And you're supposed to repeat it. This is with anything, whether you're an artist, musician, whatever. This song works, make a song like it. Do you know what I'm saying? This piece, if you're a painter, this painting sold out. If you make a sandwich or a burger, you want to make something similar, or repeat the process. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So in your analytics for any social media, it tells you what's doing well, what's doing good. So you want to repeat that. But when you come to the point when you repeat that and it doesn't, and it flops, it makes you wonder, like, what's really going on, you know? So that's where I'm at with it, And someone brought up, maybe you're doing the wrong content. Maybe I am, and maybe that's where, supplication, prayer, uh asking for a sign of what it is that I should be doing, because I'm not, uh as a lot of people who've been rocking with me for years know, that I'm more than just, we're all multifaceted beings, I'm more than just, a red, as people call it, a red pill comedian, you know a red pill comedian, or, I'm a commentator, if you will, of the fuckery, a spectator along with you guys of the fuckery, and just, I'm rebroadcasting. It's more to me than just that, and that's why you create different channels for those reasons, you know. Um, and that's what it is. Uh, so I don't know, man. That's just something I just wanted to share, that story, because I thought it was important. Um, when we do get into these points of, where we may feel stagnant, or that things are going downhill, and there's no consistency, even though you may be consistent with what it is that you're doing, the feedback isn't consistent, and it's not where you want it to be. Because anybody who does this, man, it's not easy. you know it's not easy. If you manage to get, uh this algorithm on your side, or to push, and you manage to get on that wave, and you're able to do it, then you just have to keep, strike while the iron's hot. That's with anything, and I think that sometimes that's all it's boiled down to, is like, how many impressions. This game is it about impressions, um or lack thereof? But I guess that's where you kind of have to cultivate your own following, um that just doesn't depend on a notification, or a news feed, or a feed, what pops up in their feed. You have to have a newsletter, or whatever have you, that if something does go down, then they'll know. Otherwise, if you're just dependent on your following or people who want to view you getting a notification, then there's probably going to be an issue. When my channel went down, I had a few people hit me on IG, said that the video just cut off in the middle of them watching. So, I guess there are people there, but, you know, I appreciate the support, man. But, I'm gonna keep, until it's determined, or until, something comes up as far as me doing some other type of content. I'm gonna stick with doing this now. You should have more clips and guests on your channel. That's my humble suggestion. Yeah, the goal is definitely, I'm gonna start interviewing more people, start having more guests on the show. But unless I may need to get a manager or something for that. You know, I need to find like a manager or someone to source that type of thing. Even though you can do it on your own, the consistency of having those things in place and to get people on interviews is a task in itself, because you have people that cancel, you have people that don't show up on time, you have to follow up with people and responses and stuff, and it could be their lack of not having a manager as well. So sometimes you may need someone to do that, as far as the time goes. So for sure, that's definitely something that I need to definitely get into in terms of interviewing these personalities that I think are, and that a lot of you guys think are interesting people, that you can hear a different perspective of their life other than what you constantly see your average interviewer asking, you know and just this what's the term I'm looking for, this surface level uh surface level answers or surface level stuff instead of what you really may find important. But I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. I said that before. We're almost at 30 minutes. I'm about to head in the store anyway before I head home, because I need to record some content. If you guys haven't, check out the interview I did last night with Mr. Ulysses Slaughter about him being ousted from his house from based off false allegations. Make sure you guys check that out. Hit that like button if you haven't, guys. I know we're at 26 likes. Make everybody who's watching right now hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. I'm not asking you guys for money or anything. Stop being stingy. So check that one out. I should be. I think I'm gonna start doing more interviews every Monday and Tuesday. Trying to keep it booked. You know what I mean? Trying to keep it booked every Monday and Tuesday with a guest, and maybe one day we'll get this serious dating show back, instead of the stuff that y'all see that's just attention seeking personnel, which is entertaining. you know the ratchet stuff and the fuckery is always entertaining. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to laugh at stuff like that, and what I mean by that is it's cool in the comfort of your own home to laugh and make fun of people who decide to put themselves on display and act a fool, and air their dirty laundry out. So I get it, but definitely more of some serious tip in terms of the show, the Cuff and Reason. So maybe we'll bring it back one day if we get enough serious people on there. But yeah, look out for more interviews. That I think that's the wave that I'm gonna be pushing for, to get more real life stories, some lessons learned from both men and women, not just men. Even though I know my channel is more geared towards the male side of things, the men's side of things, and teaching you, not teaching, or you learning. Hopefully, you learning something from the stuff that has occurred. So to a lot of men out there, and yeah, things that, as I'm 40 years old. This stuff wasn't around. You had Jerry Springer, you know what I'm saying, with and Maury and Montel and Ricky Lake and all this stuff back then. And was it Jenny Jones and all that? Shout out to my mods in the chat today, Enos and Red Lipstick Vibes. But yeah, definitely more looking for a manager, man. I need a manager or an assistant. That's what I need, man. Paying you minimum wage. Nah, man. Hey, I need a manager though. I need something, man. We gotta get this to the next level, man. I gotta start well, my passport's already got it's already stamped, but I need to start really hitting the US, man. hitting the U.S. and doing some interviews, because I'm not in a prime location, as I already said, to interview folks. You know, definitely not in a prime location. So I got to get out there and uh, get on a plane and start getting some of this good stuff for you guys, man, for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. You know, check that interview out with Ulysses Slaughter. It was last night, so it should be my most recent video. If you guys go on my homepage, and or if you want to click on my live streams, or if you just type my name in, it should be the most recent video on there, about Buddy getting kicked out of his crib. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to those who got their passports. You know, passports is not just about getting women. It's about broadening your horizons and getting an understanding of, you know, something other than yourself. You know what I mean? That's what I don't care about a passport, bro. A passport, even though you guys go pick up that Passport Gang shirt, by the way. So that's, you know, make sure you guys, it helps to support the channel, and that way you got something fly to rock. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nothing, you know, if you don't like that particular, I got tons of other shirts and designs you guys can pick up, you know, as well. But that's what the passport's about, man. It's not about getting women. It's just about, you know, broadening your horizons, you know, broadening your horizons, getting an understanding that you aren't the end all be all in this world. There's more, is more to this world than just you and your, you know, 5 mile radius. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I keep getting invitations to Texas. I gotta go back to Dallas. You know, I love Dallas. Dallas is dope. Yeah, so uh you guys be great, man. I'm starting to record this late after I hit in there. Yeah, New Orleans for sure, man. I was supposed to go there last year. You know, y'all just had Essence Fest. What is it, last month? But yeah, I look like I'm from New Orleans. People told me I look like I'm from New Orleans, or at least Louisiana. Let me cut that out. You from Louisiana, JR? No, I'm not from Louisiana. Sorry. You know, I've probably got a few lookalikes down there, though. You know. Are you related to JR Wisdom? Nah, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. And that's how y'all say it? Yeah, yeah. Yay. All right, man. Let me quit talking. Let me quit. We got to do another live stream here. I got 3 in the. Man, I got 3 in the stash. I need to just go ahead and put those out that I've been meaning to do live streams on. So many ideas. Morning show, night show, current events. So many ideas, man. Interesting people. Yeah. Yeah, but if you got any suggestions, man, feel free to email them to me. If you're on Instagram, DM them to me for sure. And we're going to rock it like that, man. Did I just get a message? Yeah, so you guys have a great day. Peace, mercy, and blessings. And we're going to catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys hit all notifications before I get out of here. Hit all notifications. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe now. Hit the bell, all notifications. And yeah, man. I'll see you guys soon. I'm out.